Greetings, girl, and welcome to my world of phrasing right up to bat. It's the daisy age and you're about to walk top stage, so wipe your lottos on the mat. Hip-hop love this is, and don't mind when I quiz your involvements before the sun. But clear your court, cause this a one-man sport, and who's better for this than Plug One? Don't have to worry about me squashing other deals, cause they've already...
Hey, what's up, YouTube? It's Tony Ashford again. So far, 2 for 2 on videos of 2025, so I'm gonna try to keep this ball rolling. Just want to say thank you to everybody that engaged with last videos, whether you just watched it, commented, or subscribed, or even liked it. Appreciate all of it. Right now, I'm trying something a little bit new where I'm not going to do any type of self-promotion on the videos, so I'm not going to leverage any TikTok or Instagram posts to kind of push more engagement on the videos. One, because it just limits how many products I have to create each time I make a video. And also, I don't know, it feels a little bit more authentic. It feels like I'm not trying to push it on anybody or, trying to just like force people to watch it. It's just like, if you find this relatable, the content will find you. You know what I mean? This is something that is good advice, it will find you. Whether that means that I build a large community or maybe just a close, tight-knit one. As long as I have a community, as long as people are enjoying the content, I'll keep making content. Either way, I like it. I enjoy doing it, so I don't know. Let's get it going. Anyway, get into today's topic. It's kind of funny because I watched another one of Zach Telly's videos, and I even commented because I feel like we're just kind of operating on the same wavelength right now, even though that we're kind of somewhat in two different parts of life and just doing different things of our lives. But yeah, it's kind of interesting to see that kind of relating to his content a lot. Like I said last video, kind of starting that journey of getting back in shape and trying to focus on my body weight a little bit more. Just want to cut maybe like 10 pounds, just really lean out. When I was 190, as I was bulking up to around that 200 mark, when I was trying to get into that 89 kg weight class, I'll post a little screenshot here, but that's when I think I kind of looked and felt the best, where I was actually pretty strong, I had energy, and I was still pretty lean. So I'm trying to like shoot for that mark right there. One thing I'm gonna do, I'm not gonna really cut calories, but I will be cutting out beef and pork back out of my diet. One, that's because I think when I wasn't eating that for a good like 3 or 4 years, I felt really good. And I don't know, looked good too. And I think the initial reason I did that was because back in college, I don't know, something about eating it all the time and consistently just started hurting my stomach a lot. So I just cut it out of my diet completely, and I don't know, the pain and the issues just went away. It felt pretty good. I might leave beef in just in terms of like, just a weekend thing, just, gotta have that cheat meal burger sometimes, but I'll just pay the price, I guess, for my stomach for a day or two, but we'll see what happens. But yeah, I do intend to cut it out. Just kind of stick to eating fish, chicken, and turkey, pretty much. Going more into today's topic, I did try that gym, the Athletic Club, out. It wasn't what I was looking for. They did have a weightlifting room with illegal equipment, actually, but that gym, I think, is just more geared towards just more of like community holistic fitness. So their weight room does have a lot of stuff in it, but like I said, it's not for like a weightlifter to go there. So the main issue is just like the bar itself that they had, or they had a couple bars, but the layout of the weight room looks like any college weight room in terms of like the platforms are built into the ground. It's just rubber floors. Had the illegal training bumpers. Everything was nice, but the bar is their issue. So the bar was the rack bar that illegal sells. It's the bar that the knurling doesn't go all the way collar to collar. And as this, for exactly what the name is just so that you don't damage any knurling as you take the bar in and out of the rack. I'm not really sure the point of the bar. Like I get it, the functionality of it, but I just don't get it because even people in there, if they weren't going to snatch to begin with, would never worry about the knurling when it goes all the way out. Like it just wouldn't be something you're even worried about. I'm assuming maybe it's a little bit more cheaper, that it's cheaper compared to a bar with full knurling, and maybe that's why gyms go with it. I don't know. Maybe they just like the way it looks. Or maybe it's just probably what they're sold when they tell the contractor, whoever they get the equipment from, what they want. I don't know. Anyway, just realized I wouldn't be able to snatch there, so I just, packed it up and got it out of there. Cool little waste of a day pass. That was $27 because I really just should have took a quick tour and I would have had my answer versus getting a day pass, walking to the back, seeing it, and then walking back out. But, we learned that's neither here nor there. Was going to initially just work out at Crunch after that, just because Crunch is down the street and it's across the street from my apartment. However, Crunch is so dead on the weekends that sometimes it's just, I don't know, I just don't want to be in there at all. So, took the trip down to Red Line to get my workout in because I just knew that, hey, at least, the equipment, the environment is going to be better and I'll get my workout in. Initially set up on the Apex barbell side. but they have not been doing their training in the afternoons on Fridays. I think they do it in the mornings. So went over to the CrossFit side actually and just did my weightlifting workout as they were doing their workout because it was a small size class, so I wasn't in anybody's way. I just kind of could do my thing while they did theirs. And it felt good, looking around some people that were doing similar movements, just getting after it. It's kind of that, shared motivation and encouragement, I guess. But it felt really good. So today's workout, I'm still doing that Catalyst stripped program, and it was this, 1 rep max in both lifts, and then the squats were 2 front squats plus max reps back squat. I didn't do max reps. I just cut it off at 5. Really just because I was more worried about the quality of the reps, but also I think I just didn't feel like doing more than 5 reps, to be honest with you. I just didn't want to max the back squats. I'm not even going to lie to you. I just wanted to make it a little easier on myself. But start off with the snatch. Went in, haven't really done any heavy weightlifting at all. Like I've just been kind of just doing not even my normal percentages. It's really just kind of RP, whatever I felt like doing for the day. So I wasn't looking towards too much. I was thinking I was going to maybe hit like 200, 205 in pounds, but ended up going to 220 and it felt good. It was smooth, hit it on the first try. And it just really felt good to hit that weight again, and it kind of let me know the shape that I'm in. 220 in the snatch is normally like around one of those numbers where I'm like, all right, like I can probably start training to my normal numbers, kind of getting back fully in shape again and, working to full intensity. Clean and jerk was kind of the same. I thought I was going to maybe do like 255 pounds, maybe 265 at the heaviest, but I managed 275, and that's another number that, like I said, is kind of like that baseline. I know if I can get, 220 in the snatch, 275 in the clean and jerk, that I feel pretty good. I'm in shape, I'm doing well. And clean and jerk, really, I think the extra, I guess, strength or this confidence came from actually wearing my belt in wraps. It's something I haven't been doing since I've been training in the past couple months. Mostly just because since I knew I was inconsistent with my training, I just didn't want to kind of use any equipment as a crutch or just as an excuse to go heavy. I just wanted to make sure that my body felt good and I was moving right as I was training, so I just wasn't using any equipment for squats or clean and jerks or anything like that. The only thing I was using was straps for heavier pulls. All around a good workout. It kind of lit that fire again to kind of like I said, like get leaner again and just start getting my strength back. Maybe, start matching my OPRs and pushing numbers again. I don't think I'm going to try to really shoot to compete. Like I'm still going to stay on course of focusing on, the bigger parts of life right now. So I'll compete when I compete. Of anything, maybe I'll just do a local meet for fun. But I don't think I'll do any national meets just because they're usually just kind of out the way. I don't want to spend the money or the time to travel to them either right now. Like I said, I'm literally saying this with a smile on my face because it just, I don't know, that lift just kind of re-lit that light again where I was like, damn, all right, now I'm kind of looking forward to Monday's training, you know what I mean? Trying to see how quickly I can kind of get it back and keep pushing. And the reason I was relating to Zach's videos because he was I think he's 35, so he was just mentioning if he doesn't get anything back now, the time is now. You know what I mean? I think whether you're 35, 30, however old you are, once you get out of shape and then you kind of start wanting to get back in shape, the time is always now because as you get older, it's never going to become much easier to get back in shape. So I think the way I'm kind of seeing that is just that if I could just figure out those factors, if I can kind of dial in right now that let's say 3 days a week on a program like I'm on is what keeps me in shape, what keeps me strong, healthy, you know what I mean, all those things, and if I could just dial my diet back, like I said, going back to not eating beef and pork, kind of getting a really good calorie count there and just rolling with that. I think if I just stay consistent with that, life happens. I might fall off again, and it happens. I can always get it back. But if I at least just know the formula for what has worked, I can easily or more easily get it back. You know what I mean? I can get back to the shape I want to be in for, whatever period of life that I'm going through. One tool that I will utilize while I do this is this body weight scale that my dad brought me that comes with this little program on my phone. Kind of just tells me a little bit more stats on my body weight and composition. Because composition, I think, is what a lot of people often don't think about. I think a lot of people just look at the number on the scale and they don't think about what that actually means. I mean, I get it. Sometimes you look in the mirror and you're just not satisfied with what you see. But sometimes you have to think about your composition because there's been plenty of times where, say I just wasn't working out, say maybe I just was eating bad for a short period of time or however long it was. And I didn't actually gain any weight, but I just didn't look in shape. I just looked fluffy. I just don't look good. And that's simply just because I'm just not eating what I normally eat. Sometimes if I'm traveling, I normally just start feeling bloated. And I think it's just kind of the comfortableness of your body. Sometimes if you don't feel good, you probably just don't look as good either. You know what I mean? I think it kind of goes hand in hand. So kind of looking more into my body composition. I don't know how accurate it is, but I think it just gives me a good base. So like right now, where I'm sitting at, I think my BMI or body fat, I can't remember, was at like 26%. And that's the first time in a while that I've ever been above 20. I know that's still like average, you know what I mean? For those that know the numbers, I'm not trying to make it seem like, oh, I'm above 20, I'm fat, you know what I mean? It's still an average number to be. But I just like how I feel and look when I'm below 20. I think that like 15 mark is normally where I'm like perfect, you know what I mean? Where I'm fully satisfied with how I look. And it's manageable to where I still have energy and everything for what I want to do. So that's kind of the goal as I start, getting my weight more in check, but we'll see. Like if I get down to that weight again and maybe I'm still above 20 or I'm just down at 15 and I look good, I feel good, I have energy, then, I'll just write that down. That's the baseline. You know what I mean? I'm not going to hold myself to certain numbers and just push myself to just for the sake of it. Cause I don't want to end up doing more damage or just creating more stress to the process that doesn't need to be there. But yeah, that's about wraps it up for today. I'm not going to drag on too much. Just kind of want to check in and kind of give you more of an insight to what I'm going to with training and things like that. I tend to kind of start doing like a little bit more check-ins in terms of like body weight and composition as this process goes along. And I'll just try to sneak in some videos where I'm not just talking about weightlifting or working out or just life in general. I wanted to give y'all a plant video, but as you know, it's just winter time right now, even though Texas doesn't have like an actual winter if you live in Corpus, but plants are just like slowly growing. It's not time to repot, so it's not much to do. But I do plan to go to I think it's a plant convention later this month if I find the date, and maybe I'll bring y'all along in terms of just showing y'all some clips because I'm not going to do any vlogs. Vlogs are hard to keep up, like I already talked about, and it's just, I don't know, it's a lot of extra work that goes into vlogging. I respect those that their main content is vlogging. But anyway, yeah, that's it for today. Thanks for watching. Oh, like always, like, comment, subscribe. Just keep progressing, and I'll see you in the next one.